Most beginners start installing floors without half the tools they actually need. And every missing tool costs you time, money, and frustration. In this video, I'm giving you the complete flooring tools for a beginner list so you show up fully prepared on day one. All right, so whenever you're gonna be doing a DIY installation, there are a few tools that you need to keep on all times in your tool bag. And these are the tools that I keep with me on every job site. These are some basic tools. They're gonna be able to get you through a lot of the job. So first, definitely get some gloves. Also, knee pads are a must-have in order to protect your knees and your hands. Then, one tool you're gonna need is the tape measure. Now, for the tape measure, we use this for cutting all the shoe molding. You can also use this for making your cuts on the flooring that you have. After the tape measure, you definitely need a utility knife. This is going to come in handy a lot to cut the carpet or to use it as you go along. Then definitely must have some pencils and some markers to help mark all the cuts that you're going to make. Then we have a speed square. This can be used to make all your cuts and all your marks on your LVP or your laminate floor or your hardwood. Then we have this, I call it a nail puller. So whenever you remove the trim, you're gonna have all these nails left over. So you're gonna use this to pull up all the nails. All right, then we're gonna move on to our spacers. These are gonna be essential for making sure you're able to keep your line straight. Now these are adjustable spacers, so you're able to adjust them based on whatever gap you need to leave. After the spacers, we have tapping block. This is my favorite tapping block. It's big, it's easy to use, and it's extremely efficient for installing the planks. All right, then we have a pull bar. The pull bar is usually used for the last rows. It just helps you get them in easier. Then we also have crowbar. Definitely need a crowbar or a pry bar. And then we also have a few different types of hammers. I like to keep a few different kinds on hand, just for different uses. This is for more of like hitting the nails down. You can use this for laminate or LVP, but I like to keep a few on hand. But any hammer will do fine. Then you also definitely need a scraper. This is whenever you're removing the padding, you want to be able to scrape all the staples. So you need a scraper. And then another two basic tools or things that you need with you is a broom. So I like to keep a big broom and then a small broom on hand, just so we can be more efficient. Also, you're gonna need some trash bags as well. But these are about the tools I always keep on hand, just so we can make the project go by easier and smooth. Now we're gonna move on to some tools that I highly recommend that you have with you to make the job go even easier. So first, we're gonna have earmuffs. You're definitely gonna need this for all the loud equipment. You're gonna need a table saw, a chop saw. Those are very useful for when you're making cuts. Then, if you don't have those, you can definitely use a jigsaw. It makes it easier to make all the cuts. A chalk line is very helpful. Then we also have a drill. All right, so the chalk line, we use it to make our straight lines or our starting rows to mark them, to make sure to keep our line straight. The drill, you can use the drill for, screwing down the subfloor for a lot of different things. For removing the furniture, disassembling furniture, reassembling it. But one of the most essential tools that you're gonna need is an oscillating tool, or a multi-tool as I call it. This helps you cut all the door jambs to make sure you have a nice and clean cut for the flooring to go under. Then for the subfloor preparation tools, you definitely need a grinder like this. It's a 7-inch Metabo grinder. It is a little bit on the pricier side, but it is a great tool to make the sanding go by easier. You're also gonna need an extension cord. Make sure it's a thick gauge. Anything over 12 gauge or less than 12 gauge is gonna work fine, like a 10 gauge or 12 gauge. That way it doesn't break the grinder very often. Another important thing you need is straight edges. So I have a 4-footer, I have a 6-footer, an 8-footer and a 10-footer. So this is going to be very important because this is what's going to help me find all the low spots and high spots on the floor. So make sure you have a few different sizes on hand. I would say have at least a 6-footer and an 8-footer on hand. If you can get a 10-footer, that's even better. And then if you can have a 4-footer, you know, for the small little hallways, that's very useful as well. Another important tool for flooring installation is going to be a vacuum. Now, you don't have to have a heavy duty vacuum like we do. We do this every day, so we need a powerful vacuum, but if you can just get a regular shop vac from Home Depot, that'll be enough for you to do your project. But you're gonna use that to vacuum all the edges and then to vacuum the entire room to make sure there's no dust and, you know, drywall pieces or anything like that or dirt underneath your floor before you start the installation. And you're also gonna need a vacuum, of course, to attach to a grinder to make sure there's no dust going up in the air. All right, so now you've got the full flooring tools for beginners list. You know exactly what you need, but before you go buy everything and start ripping up your floors, there's something you need to see first. I made a video that breaks down the truth about DIY floor installations. What most people get wrong, when it actually makes sense to do it yourself, and when you're honestly better off hiring a pro. Go watch that one next, I'll link it right here.